Hey guys, so WWE TLC 2017 went down tonight and advertised it was supposed to be the reunion match for The Shield. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. They had just reunited together as the Hounds of Justice 2 weeks before this pay-per-view aired. But unfortunately, on Friday, WWE released a statement saying that Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt would both not be able to compete at the pay-per-view tonight. So Kurt Angle was filling in for Roman Reigns, and in Bray Wyatt's case, AJ Styles ended up taking on Finn Balor. So in terms of the Balor-Wyatt match, Styles filling in for Balor, my interest peaked a ton for that match. The Angle match, I was excited to see Kurt Angle back in the ring, but I did not like that it was because Roman Reigns would not be able to compete, therefore the full reunion match of The Shield would not be able to happen. It was still a great match, as was Balor versus Styles. But how did the rest of the card turn out? Let's hop right into it. The first match of the night was on the kickoff show. Sasha Banks taking on Alicia Fox. This match had a really quick build-up. Essentially, they had one match. Fox attacked Banks after Banks picked up the win on Monday Night Raw backstage, and then the match was made. So nothing too special, just a typical match you'd find on Raw or SmackDown. Sasha Banks defeated Alicia Fox, and Alicia Fox does a great job as playing the psycho, crazy character, but I don't think this feud is going to go anywhere. I would not be surprised if it gets brushed away after this pay-per-view. As I said though, Banks gets the win via submission. After that, it was the main show with the debut match of Asuka kicking it off. She was taking on Emma, and this was a lot more competitive than I thought it would be. I thought Asuka was just going to steamroll over Emma, but Emma actually had some good offensive moves and actually took it to Asuka. Asuka still looked very good in her debut, picked up the win. Unsurprisingly, if Asuka would have lost, I'd have been stunned, and I'm pretty sure everybody watching that pay-per-view would have rioted because Asuka was tearing it up in NXT undefeated, and hopefully she's presented that way on the main roster. And I would not be shocked following this victory for Asuka if she's immediately thrust into the women's title picture. After that, it was Cedric Alexander and Rich Swan taking on Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher in a tag team match. The 205 Live stars put on a pretty solid bout. Very entertaining. The cruiserweights, these four especially, very athletically gifted in the ring, with Cedric Alexander, in my opinion, being the most athletic cruiserweight in the entire division. And speaking of Cedric Alexander, he picks up the win for his team. Great match. Rich Swann had a very nice Phoenix Splash, and then Alexander, as I said, got the win. That lumbar check finisher he does is always awesome to see. And as I said, Alexander and Swan get the win here. I hope Alexander gets put into the title picture for the Cruiserweight Championship. He is the most athletic guy in 205 Live, so I would like to see him get that push, but I could also see them still continuing this feud between the two tag teams. After that, it was another women's match. Alexa Bliss defending her women's championship against Mickie James. This was a solid match as well. Mickie James showing she can still go despite her age. That was the main focus of the storyline. I didn't really see the point in that because Mickie James doesn't really look that old, but she still competes with the young, up-and-coming talent of the Raw Women's division, and she performed very well tonight against Alexa Bliss. Bliss was able to retain the title, unsurprisingly, and I think this is probably a one-off for Mickie James. She gave some speech at the end saying she was thankful for the fans, but with Asuka now on the main roster, I fully expect Asuka to be Bliss's next challenger for the Raw Women's Championship. After that, it was the Cruiserweight Championship match. Enzo trying to regain his Cruiserweight title from Kalisto. And this match was okay. Personally, I thought it was something you could probably see on Raw or 205 Live. Enzo ended up regaining the belt with a thumb to the eye, followed by his finisher, and a pin for the win. So Enzo is now the Cruiserweight Champion. Kalisto, I don't know if he's going to get a rematch. I could see him getting a rematch possibly on 205 Live just to get that rematch clause out of the way, but I do expect Enzo to move on to a feud with Mustafa Ali. He has been targeting Ali the past couple weeks in his promos. Ali's been getting involved in Enzo's matches, and Ali has some pretty good charisma. He is fantastic in the ring, and I think he'd be the perfect foil for Enzo Amore in taking that Cruiserweight Championship from Enzo as well. So if you've been keeping count, the only matches we've seen are women's division matches and cruiserweight matches. We wouldn't get like a main men's roster Raw match until this next one. or actually it wasn't this next one, it was an interpromotional match. It was Finn Balor taking on AJ Styles. Balor's on Raw, Styles on SmackDown, both former leaders of the Bullet Club. This was a dream match, a WrestleMania worthy match, and because Bray Wyatt is battling that viral infection, WWE gave it to us in October at the TLC pay-per-view, which I was perfectly fine with because these guys tore the house down. Great in-ring chemistry. They looked fantastic in the ring together. Just a fun match, really blew the crowd away. And hopefully, I would like to see these two battle out again, possibly reunite the Bullet Club in WWE. It'd just be them two with Gallows and Anderson for the moment. But yeah, they just killed it out there. Great match. Shows why they are two of the most athletic guys in the WWE today. And for a match that had no storyline at all, the crowd was invested in it from the beginning. There were "This is awesome" chants, and they were well deserved. It's a great match. Finn Balor picks up the win with a coup de grace, and I would expect Finn Balor to continue his feud with Bray Wyatt, unfortunately, but the match between Styles and Balor is definitely one you want to watch. After that, it was Elias Samson taking on Jason Jordan. Now, Elias had been attempting to perform his walks with Elias twice that night, but each time he did, Jason Jordan came out with a shopping cart full of vegetables and threw those vegetables at Elias, so a match was made. And in the end, Jordan picked up the win over Elias in an okay match, but the finish was awkward looking. I couldn't tell if it was supposed to be like that or not. Jordan rolled up Elias, and Elias kicked out at the count of 3, but the ref counted 3, so the bell rang, and Jordan was declared the winner. Elias was selling it like he was supposed to lose, but I don't know if he kicked out too early or if the ref counted to 3 by mistake. But either way, Jason Jordan gets the win, and I guess Elias is done feuding with Titus Brand worldwide and is focusing squarely on Jason Jordan. The following match was the main event of the night. It was the Miz, The Bar, Braun Strowman, and Kane taking on The Shield and Kurt Angle. And this was originally supposed to be The Shield's reunion match. Unfortunately, Roman Reigns got sick, so they threw in Kurt Angle. And these guys tore the house down. This was the best match of the night, in my opinion. Full of chaos, full of energy, full of electricity, ton of really cool spots. Ambrose and Rollins both jumping off ladders, through Kane, through Strowman, through the announce tables. Strowman planting Kurt Angle through a table. Kane double choke slamming Ambrose and Rollins through tables. A garbage truck got involved. Kane and Strowman turned to battle each other. Kane chokeslammed Strowman through the stage and then pulled down a chain of chairs on top of Strowman. Just chaos throughout the entire match. It was crazy, and it was fun to watch, and it was a blast. You definitely want to watch this match. This was fantastic. Angle is showing he can still go for his first WWE match in 11 years. He looked great. Ambrose and Rollins look solid as always together as a team. They have great in-ring chemistry together. And just a great match overall. Best match of the night. Highly recommend you watch it. And in the end, Ambrose, Rollins, and Angle got the win. Angle actually left the match after Strowman planted him through the tail, but he came back, made the epic save. Rollins hits the ripcord knee, Ambrose hits the dirty deeds, and then Angle hits the Angle slam. And this was all done to the Miz. After all 3 of those finishers were hit, they hit the triple power bomb. Angle pinned the Miz for the win, and the Shield and Kurt Angle defeat the team of the Miz, The Bar, and Braun Strowman and Kane. And it should be noted that Kane and Strowman ended up battling it out after Kane accidentally hit Strowman with the chair. But later on in the match, Strowman ended up fighting his entire team. The team retaliated, and they threw him into the back of the garbage truck and closed it off. So Strowman was trapped in the back of the garbage truck while the rest of the team suffered the loss. So I guess Strowman and Kane are going to be feuding. I would expect the Shield and the Miz and The Bar to continue their rivalry because, nothing was really settled as Roman Reigns was not part of the match tonight. And I still want to see that full Shield reunion match. And hopefully WWE delivers and gives it to us. So overall, TLC 2017 was a good show. Definitely the 2 matches to watch were the Finn Balor versus AJ Styles match, and then the main event, the Shield and Kurt Angle versus The Bar, Kane, Strowman, and The Miz. Those 2 matches, by far the best matches of the night, with the main event being the match of the night. And that's all I got for you. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Give me a follow on Twitter at Cincy Fan Zone, and check out my website, cincyfanzone.blogspot.com. Got a lot of content up there, sports, wrestling, memorabilia, check it out. There's links to my Twitter account and my website in the description below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.